Come on, let's go. There we go. Okay. Well, first and foremost, I got caught up in old habits and did not set this up correctly. Moondoggy would be rolling, would be laughing at me right now. So let's go ahead and fix this up. One thing you have to remember is that the hardware doesn't cost anything. Conveyors and wires, they cost. And you get a lot of that money back when you, oh shoot, I didn't let that run through. Oh well. You get a lot of that money back when you, turn this stuff back in. I'm waiting for him to clear himself out. How about this guy? He's got even more to get back, clear through. There we go. Oops. Oh, right. They're filling this up with regolith. Let's go ahead and get these guys going again. So, single regolith refinery. We will put it this way. Yes.
Research complete.
Power it. Assign it. And then, while it goes through and does that, I'll set up a smelting furnace. Enough room that we can install others. Build all. And let's go ahead and assign this puppy to be doing silicon. There we go. And just do this. Okay. And take this whole thing out. And this guy's got a ways to go yet. And we will do the same thing over here. Yes, I see that research complete. I will take care of it in a minute. Oh god, I can't really let it sit, can I? Shoot.
Research complete.
Well, this will do for right now. Wrong key. Look at the keyboard occasionally, Doug. Production. Smelting furnace. Build all. Power. There. And then we need to assign it. There we go. Now let's stop this and let's go take a look at that research. Okay. 31 days, most of which is done. 6 days. We're going to be on social first. Okay, we'll do that. And then engineering. We haven't even half done with that yet. Go ahead and get that. Okay, now go ahead and set it to a slow progression. We are daylight at 100%. So let's right, this is what I wanted. Okay. Anything this way?
Objective achieved.
There's titanium. We needed that.
Great job. Now build a components factory and supply with titanium and steel. I'm sure, Director, this will be an easy task for you.
Okay. Well, gents, you're in luck. We have work for you.
Director, here's the latest news regarding contracts. To resume shipments to Earth, we'll need to restore communication and significantly expand production. If we manage this in the near term, I'll negotiate an extremely lucrative contract with the aerospace company SASM. They've lost their supplier and are willing to pay generously for an urgent order. I'm still looking into the matter, but be prepared to devote all resources to this effort if you want to maximize the benefits.
Excuse me.
Information becomes available.
That was embarrassing. Okay. Oops. We'll do this. Then we're gonna do this. Shut this down. He's still busy. He's falling behind. So Why is it doing that? Oh, damn it. I placed that backwards. Sometimes it takes me a few minutes to figure these things out, but when I pay attention, it becomes quite obvious. There we go.
Research complete.
Let's go ahead and stop it. Take a look at the research here. Ice melter and the small water tank. 10 days until that's done. Let's go ahead and upgrade our pillars. Go ahead and start things again. Okay, titanium deposits. It's night, so you should be careful with that. But we can build the extractor. Which feeds directly into the single regolith refinery. Titanium. Whoops. And that, of course, is going to feed into the smelting furnace, which we will put like that. And then we are going to power it. There. Titanium. And then we will have a components factory. Reverse those inputs. Put that there. Oops, freeze everything. Let's take a look at that research. Ah, my component storage, that's good. So he's just starting that. He's going to be busy for 16 days. He is a good bit through that, so maybe not much time at all. So that's going to be blue. Okay, green is next. Okay. And we need to take this and run that to that one. We need to take this and run it to that one. Start it up. Monthly report. I still have 164,000. That's that's because I got refunds for all the conveyors that I broke down. So that's a good thing. Okay. Power coming from here to here. Okay. Okay, so this is my components factory. I don't have any storage on either one of these, so we may have to fix that later. But this one will also be diverging off into a rolling mill before too terribly long. Will, however, put storage after the components factory. Resource. There we go.
Director, a lot of industrial and scientific facilities on the moon have been severely damaged and remain incommunicado. We could try to build a repeater at our base. Who knows what signals it might be able to detect. Maybe we can find survivors or gather useful resources and research materials.
Okay, so repeater is fundamental research, as I recall. It's right there. But we don't have an open slot for it quite yet, so we will leave it.
Research complete.
I believe I have a smelting or a rolling. Oh, I do have a rolling mill. Yay. Okay. Research complete. Let's go take a look at it. The electronic board. Okay. He's less than 2 days away from finishing there. These are probably 2 or 3 days from finishing there, but we have the electric pillar upgrade, which I'm going to go ahead and cancel. So we're going to stick that in place. And then punch that up to there. And then to cover the green, we will start researching beds. Okay. So, now what's going to happen here is once that is done, it will start feeding into this. Okay, let's start it again. Okay, and that gets my expanding production out of the way, though I have not gotten credit for it yet.
Research complete.
Okay, let's put a hold on this. Oh, the refrigerator, pretty much like I called it. And that's why the bed is now being researched. And it'll be done in 4 days. That's still probably got about 14 days on it. That's 5.5, but then it's going to be a 82-day thing. So, green, social, that's where I am now. Extended trade license reduces the market commission. That's always a good thing to have. Let's go ahead and reduce that. Reducing our expenses is a good thing. Okay. Now, this is going as fast as the input is. Okay. These guys are also keeping up with the input. This, however, is not. It's falling behind. So we will go ahead and add to its capabilities with that. Powered from here. Okay, takes care of that side. This one also needs. Resource, silicon. Now keep in mind that at least in this version, the factories cost nothing. Oops, I misplaced that, didn't I? It's the conveyors and the wires that cost you money. These just cost resources. Now you don't always get all the resources back when you destroy them, but you can build them without fear, as long as you have the resources. And also remember, the conveyors get laid down directionally in the same direction that you set them up. so don't lose track of the direction. Okay, there's that. Somebody. Oh. Yeah, I have plates. It's middle of the night. And we are going to be available for 9.1 days, and it's 4 days until dawn. We can work with that. Okay. Now. Whoops. May have overestimated my distance available there. Okay. There's that. There's that. Okay. We need to open that up quite a bit. There we go. Okay. Now, even though I haven't really run into anything that is a lot different from the base game, keep in mind I am running a beta version, so
Research
we
complete.
may find errors, and we will find things that are not included in the base game. A good example of that is the opening screen, which you didn't see in my game, but where you select if it's a new game or if you're going to be playing an old one. They have redone that loading screen, so that's just one change. It's a minor one, but we don't know everything that we will find in the beta version, or won't find. Okay, that should keep them busy. I have done research, and the single bed is done, so fortunately we have moved straight into that. That's going to be for 44 days. That's going to be about 12, and that's 1.2, but we have this following that, so it's going to be engineering. And what will I? The rolling mill. The smelting furnace. I think we are going to upgrade the smelting furnace. And do I have anything worth selling here yet? No. Starting to get close on silicone, but nothing basically yet. So we will just keep rolling along. And we are going to go to a speed of 3 now and speed things up because we have nothing happening at the moment. Waiting on the rolling mill to get fixed or to get built. And what is it short? It is short titanium. Oops, let's slow things down again. Now the problem is all of our titanium is going in here, and that is a choke point. So we need to drop things off of this. And the reason we're dropping it is the game doesn't see anything that's on a conveyor,
Research complete.
but if it's off a conveyor, even on a floor, it sees it as available. And so it's going to go ahead and grab those and run those over. And we're going to need some more. Let's go ahead and freeze the game because we have research here. the drone upgrade. Okay. So this is 82 days. It's going to be followed by this, but do you believe the orange is going to be done first? Okay, we got things waiting. Not a problem. Let's start the game again. Okay. And I'm waiting to get another 3 on the belts, and then I'll drop the titanium off again. And that way it will be available for this. And when you target that, it chooses everything, but it didn't offer me this capability. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. And those all dropped off. We have 3 titanium on the ground. We've got 3 already involved in the building. So that should complete this building. And there we are.
Objective achieved.
And that gets the rolling mill started. Now that I have the rolling mill started, I'm not afraid to
Director,
use...
we have a message on the emergency channel. I'll put it on the screen.
Attention, this is Arthur Moore, commander of the Hope 2 orbital station. The station has sustained severe damage from multiple collisions. We have lost key control modules. A hard moon landing will occur in the coming weeks. Request assistance from anyone who hears this message. All crew members are ordered to take shelter in Block 4. I repeat,
The debris from the meteorite impact must have gotten Hope 2. I'm already contacting Crust to report it.
Crust is aware of the situation with Hope 2 and is already working on an evacuation plan. We will need assistance in the search and rescue operation, including providing a space to accommodate rescued crew. Your base is ideal for this. We are ready to provide the necessary support and equipment to complete the task. All that remains is for you to confirm your willingness to participate.
With all due respect, Director, I do not share your doubts. People are in danger, and if it's in our power to help them, we must do so.
With all due respect, Alice, altruism has clouded your judgment. Crust is clearly asking for grant aid that we cannot afford right now. I suggest we focus on restoring production and resuming shipments to Earth, where resources are urgently needed right now. Also, I've negotiated a prepayment with FASM. We can use their funds if we start reestablishing the contract system now.
But all you care about is profit. If that's the case, think of the technology Crust will provide. It's worth as much as our base in its current state.
Do we pay a fair price for their technology? Don't forget, Director, by accepting Crust's offer, we will allow them to decide how our base is developed. We'll have to focus on the construction of the living quarters and postpone the expansion of high-tech manufacturing and investigation of the meteorite case.
Crust is going to accommodate the surviving Hope 2 crew members at your base in exchange for equipment and technologies for us to carry out a rescue mission. If you accept Crust's offer, you will lose access to the FASM contract, for which the corporation is willing to pay upfront.
I have never actually accepted the FASM contract because, frankly,
good choice. You need to establish contact with the station, assist the commander with the evacuation, and then transport the team to your base. You should have living quarters suitable for sustaining life by then. Begin preparations for the construction of the living quarters immediately. It is a complex and resource-intensive structure, so maximize and optimize production so you're ready when survivors arrive. In summary, your main tasks are: contact the station and ensure the transport of the crew to your base. Construct a residential facility with life support systems. We will send a research plan and transportation for search and rescue operations shortly.
We've barely recovered from the explosion, Now our base is just a couple of mining and processing modules. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to save the crew, but it'll be almost impossible in such a short amount of time. We definitely can't do it alone. I will send a request to colleagues and inform you when new information becomes available.
Indeed, the timing's not ideal. However, we still have the ability to break down the task and move towards our goal with small steps.
Director, we managed to dispatch the research rover scout. It's essential for your next mission. Examine the satellite repeater and make contact with the Hope 2 crew. Mr. Ratchet will help you sort out the controls. You're free to use data that will help with the mission. Some of it will expedite the research. Professor Wilfrey knows what to do with it. However, remember that all ship logs, crew records, and other materials related to the incident are the property of Crust. Your company has no authority to examine this information. Ratchet, have you heard the news? Crust put you in charge of the new toy. We don't have much time to contact the crew, so helping the director get the rover to the repeater is your top priority.
Not only did we lose almost all of our equipment, but we also turned out to be the last hope for Crust and the Hope Station. Anyway, Director, we're in a hurry. Land the cargo pod with the rover and we'll proceed.
Okay, where should I put it? Okay, going to the lunar surface.
Horizon 6. Almost everything has been modified. Only the hull is original. There's serious hardware there. Even Crust doesn't have much like it. Send it off base and see what we can find with it.
And so we are going to send the rover scout off to the repeater. Which is not our repeater. I still need to build one, but it is a repeater. And let's go below again. It is daylight. We still have some battery left. But we're minus 10. We don't have enough daylight yet. And by that, I want to do some work with the ore detector. And before we have that available to us, we need to get more power. Five is a good start.
Attention, this is First Vice President Alice Vance speaking. We have received equipment and coordinates and are beginning a rescue operation as per Crust directive. Our mission, to safely evacuate the crew of Hope 2 and get them back to base in one piece. By this time, habitable living quarters must be completed. Director, you need to send a rover to the repeater and contact the station crew. Professor Wilfrey, please request Crust life support technology. Ratchet, we're going to need a cargo truck for crew transport. Take care of it for us. Personnel on Earth to proceed under new directives issued by your immediate supervisor. Over and out.
Okay, back underground. Okay, plus 37, that's good. Okay, let's go ahead and I need to find ice water now. And the reason for that is what gives us life support capability for the living quarters.
We cannot
And-
rely solely on Crust to deliver all the equipment. We need to prepare ourselves. We need a cargo truck to deliver the crew, and we need it now. Ratchet, any ideas?
We can try to fix this piece of scrap metal. It's a Pathfinder 3B, an outdated model, but it has increased maneuverability and payload capacity. Just what we need.
Okay. It's going to need 12 components, 35 silicon. I have the silicon. Do not have the components as yet. Oh wait, 12 components. I may have those. I do have those, just enough. Good. Now, let's try this again. We'll look up here. Not seeing any ice water. Down here. More titanium. I can't do another one right now. I'll have to wait. Okay. And I'm already exposing that area, so that's good. And once I have more power, I will go ahead and scan the southern area. $222, that's good. He's done. Let's go ahead and bring him down. And bring him down. And that's to free up CPU, although at this point of the game, CPU is not a big deal. I have 52 smart concrete. So let's go ahead and get this guy building ever so much faster. Power. Okay, and let's get rid of stuff. Okay, and then okay, we're gonna get more fundamental science points. That's
The
good.
engine is running. This old timer may not look like much, but the cargo truck has passed all tests and is ready for operation.
Cool.
Director, we'll send a cargo truck as soon as we receive the crew's coordinates. You don't have to worry about the delivery.
Okay, back down here. Okay, doing good for power. And we're going to go ahead and move this. I can only have one of these at a time, so I have to disassemble the ore detector and then reassemble it where I want to have it placed. And in this case, I'm going to have it placed down here, which is at the very furthest range that I can fit it. is keeping up. He's falling slightly behind. Much more than slightly, it looks like. But not quite enough to justify a second one quite yet. Okay. He's keeping up, it looks like. Okay. He is falling behind. Titanium. Okay. Silicone. There we go. H2O. More H2O. So. Okay.
Look for the key.
Okay.
Director, we've established communication with the station.
We didn't expect anyone to respond. The situation is critical. The station has suffered a lot of damage. The navigation system is down. Power and life support systems are failing. There are some wounded, but so far everyone's alive. Now that we have a signal from the surface, I'll try to keep the crew reassured. We'll activate the emergency beacon so you can pick us up after landing.
The evacuation has to be postponed.
What do you mean you're not ready to rescue us? Listen to me. You must make it happen. People's lives depend on your work. Our orbit is decaying. We can't change course. I'll reroute energy from Block 6 and 2 and try to delay the lunar landing as much as possible. Our lives are in your hands, Director. Hurry up.
Director, we urgently need to build living quarters and get them out there. Professor, have we received the necessary technologies?
Crust has handed over the research plan. They agreed to help, but the main burden will fall on our shoulders.
Living quarters will require a lot of space. Director, make sure the drones mine enough area for construction.
Objective achieved.
Okay.
Okay, we're ready. Director, use the room planner tool and lay down a room of the required size.
Switch to room building mode and prepare a plan for the future room. Don't forget to install doors before completing the design.
And yes, Director, several technical modules will be needed for the colonists' living conditions. Try to separate the sleeping quarters and production areas in advance. After all, we want the staff to come to work well rested, right?
Director, Crust has sent us an additional set of drones, which will allow us to expand production even further. Treat them with caution. They are an extremely rare and valuable resource.
Okay. Bring him down right there. And we're going to go to the rover, which is outside the base. Now, here is a clue for you. Any place the rover goes, there may be things that we need that are not visible. So be sure and do some searching. Okay. And we will head there. Okay. Question marks are things that need investigation. Now, even though this area is being mined out, I'm going to want some additional space down here. Do I want to do it this way? Okay. And it's still daylight, but I'm not at 100% yet. Well, just to be sure, I'm going to do this anyway. I need to know if there's more stuff down here. Okay, aluminum. We don't have that yet. And silicon further back from that. Okay. A lot of water ice, that's a good thing. Running out of water ice, it would be... It's a game-ending event. All your colonists die. Come on. Nope, that appears to be all I can do. Okay, we'll leave that for right now. Titanium, silicon. No, we won't do anything with that for right now. Okay. Let's go ahead and take that apart. We'll move it again. And we are going to move it over here. Those are numbers I want to see. These are not.
Director, news about the difficult situation with Hope 2 has reached us. We are ready to provide a base to temporarily accommodate the crew. The offer has already been sent to your representative.
Message from an unknown sender. Security needs a little time to decrypt. Okay, great. Director, Malachite has responded to our request for help. They are offering assistance to our rescue operation, but there's a catch. I'll put the message on the screen now.
Oops, looks like I'm gonna run out of power.
The Malachite lunar base is not designed for long-term human occupancy, but it is equipped with small life support modules. Judging by the sensors, they're still functioning. Malachite is offering to temporarily accommodate the crew on their base to give us time to build what we need. However, if you read their offer carefully, it implies that we will have to return the favor if necessary. We can agree to their terms to make the rescue go smoothly, but remember that in that case, we will owe them a favor in return. In any case, the decision is yours. In the current circumstances, we have to accept any help we can get, Director. Malachite will buy us some time, and that's the most valuable asset right now.
Malachite sent the geolocation of their base. I've marked it on the map. Now we have a place to accommodate the crew from Hope 2. But my gut tells me it can't be that easy. Director, let's confirm our destination for the crew after evacuation. Send the rover to the abandoned Malachite base.
Going up the lunar surface. Oh, look. It's just a little way out of our ways. You might think I almost planned that in advance, wouldn't you? Okay, let's go check that base out. Back underground. Okay. You're going to run out of power. Let's shut these down, because I'm way ahead on 10 days, 13 days, 12 days. Okay, I'm way ahead on steel. So we'll just shut those down, let stock build up in advance. We're never at 100%, so what we need is less ore detection, but also more solar panels to charge the batteries to get us through the night. So here we have our batteries, or our solar panels. Going back below. Have we done all? No, we haven't done a lot of the digging as yet. Okay. And that's because they're still all over there. Well. Guess we'll let that one go for right now. Be a very expensive conveyor, but I need more titanium being produced. So we will go ahead.
Director, it looks like the rover has run out of power. Now it couldn't beat a turtle in a race, and until the sun is up again, there's nothing we can do about it. The rover is solar powered, and as soon as the sun goes down, it starts using energy from its batteries. Keep this in mind when planning long-distance expeditions.
Back underground. are going to set up an extractor. And then a very long conveyor. Oh, crap. No, conveyor. Sometimes my fingers don't do quite what I'm expecting them to do. Okay. That'll be 18,000. We'll just go with that. And then we have to get power to it. Now, yes, it would be more economical actually to set up a whole different infrastructure down here. But I need to start getting ready for the multi-Regulus refineries. And that's going to require stuff coming in from everywhere. So this doesn't bother me that much. Okay. And we have power. And that means we start producing. Now, here is a question mark. Can I put a second? Nope, doesn't look like it. Oops.
For carrying out various tasks and contracts on the moon, you may need a rover scout and cargo transport. Since our resources are currently insufficient for producing transport, you can purchase everything you need in the Crust Solutions section of the Control Center interface.
Crust
In
Solutions.
this section, you can rent other labs to participate in your research to increase your science point income.
You can also order ready-made modules here to accelerate development of your production. That's new. This is new. Didn't have this before. Transport's still the same. But this way I don't have to get the production or the research all the way done, nor do I need to have the resources on hand. So that's kind of cool. Lasts for 4.8 days. Dawn is at 8. Perhaps I shouldn't have started this one quite yet. Oops, no, this is what I need to do. 6.9 days. We can turn this off as well. Okay, let's turn that one off. Director, did you know that when a conveyor is connected, the input is blocked for drones, and when connected to the output, the exit is closed? This means that by default, resource delivery is handled by either drones or conveyors, but not at both at the same time. To manage this process, use the storage manager. Some modules, such as bulk storage, automatically open for drone servicing when the storage is full and lock again when capacity drops to 50%. 5.1. I think that gets us, yeah, that gets us through the night. And we just have to wait and then turn everything back on come morning. And let's go ahead and increase the speed on that so we're not just sitting here forever waiting for it to come back to life. .8. There we go. Excuse me. Might as well turn that off too. Okay. Storage. And we're going to do component storage and electronic storage. These are different.
Objective achieved.
I knew it. They gave us a wreck instead of a base. In such a state, it's completely uninhabitable, so we shouldn't rely on it. We better put our efforts into building our own living quarters.
But the living quarters can still be used. Director Claude Draper wants to contact us. Apparently Crust has a business proposal. Connecting now. Good afternoon. I prefer to get straight to the point. The recent incident on the lunar surface has created a number of complications in our logistics network. However, we are not inclined to let external factors interfere with our work. Therefore, it was decided to conduct a trial run of the updated delivery system. As part of this protocol, you will receive a test shipment of power supply modules from us, free of charge. Consider it a gesture of operational necessity. Before we initiate the delivery, I need one clarification. Which power source do you prefer? Well, we're currently using solar energy. This is new. This was not part of the earlier versions of the game. So I'm not sure what they're looking for there. Okay. And we are coming into the dawn. And so we will go ahead and start turning things on. Generosity of corporations of this scale is rarely selfless. Nevertheless, this shipment may help us stabilize the power grid and speed up recovery after the explosion. In any case, you can always purchase missing modules in the Crust Offers section. And RW 45-17/2075 in the crater lies a vast storage structure comprised of multiple segmented modules. Emergency vehicles are scattered around the area. A sign by the entrance identifies it as Reserve Warehouse 45-17/2075. And a Crust logo makes it clear who the owner is. The facility is designed for emergency use and houses a large quantity of steel, smart concrete, and modular frames. And we get signs. Yay! Cargo pod. There we go. Cargo pod. There we go. Wasting science points, never a good thing. And I don't have any orange going. So, orange. Smart concrete, I know I need that. Director, a capsule with ready module has arrived at the base. To install it, simply click on the content and place the module on the surface. It's a medium solar panel. That's nice. And a large battery. Cool. Cool. Okay. Large battery. We'll stick that one there. And we will put the medium solar panel there. If desired, you can also install it underground via construction mode. The number of available kits is displayed next to the module icon. And these are used first, and then only the resources from your base. This in and wire this in. Now the question is, does that mean I now have no research required? Research required. Okay. Turn this stuff on. Everything is on. Let's go take a look at the rover. It's sitting outside of base right now. Whoops, let's go to slow speed and do a search, because there may be something around here. But not this time. Okay. In that case, we'll go to the observatory. We will send our cargo truck to go pick up all that stuff. What the hell, you know? It's there. Crust won't notice it's missing. Okay. Yeah, it has to go through this first, doesn't it? Well, that was dumb. Gentlemen, go away. And we're still at 100,000. That's good. And I think we do have a cargo at this point. So let's go ahead and Commerce Center, market for sale. Not a bad price. Not really what I was hoping for, but we can deal with it. Steel. And again, not a great price, but between the two, it's 9,000. Will cost us a bit in orbiter fees. And there we go. 8,600 total. Well, we need the money. There we go. Okay. I want everything to go through there now. And how are we doing up here? It's getting loaded fairly quickly. That's what I need. Okay. Oh, good. We're actually taking from that. coming on down here. And we can start this. Double door entrance.
Objective achieved.
We start there.
Provide the drones with materials and complete the construction. Keep a close eye on the supply of steel and concrete, and repair modules of the product chain in a timely manner. Also, you can convert drones back from miners to speed up the building process.
Well, crap. That is not what I needed. Not with that right there. So we'll have to wait a little bit. The building needs to be clear in all directions to expand. Having that mining area right behind it would not work for me. So we'll have to wait till they clear out this area so I can move the building more over in this direction. 15 by 15 is the basic starting block. So, or at least for me. And I see we've gone over an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and call this game right here. Thank you for joining me. If you have any comments, please make them. If you like what I'm doing, please leave a like. Share if you care to. All those little things, they may not mean much to you, but they mean a lot to me. So, y'all have a good night.